mistakes haunt us, but do they really daunt us? Your tongue can be sharp, cut me close to the heart, but we can master the art. And the thing is that these scars are scary, but they are just some old scars. We should never be afraid of them. You and I know when we are too far apart.
Good morning, guys. I'm going to focus today's video on getting back into routine, getting some structure in place, moving into the new year. This is our first week of pretty much being back to norm. The kids have swimming lessons, the kids are going back to daycare, and my husband is back at work, and I'm back into the full swing of things. So I thought I'd give you some tips along the way on how we sort of get up and going, how we get structured, and how do you get out of that sort of holiday funk. Our routine has changed a little bit. My husband is aiming to get to work around 6:30 in the mornings. He's up at 5, and the evenings when the kids go to bed, he's planning to go to the gym a few nights a week. My routine has changed a little bit too. I have actually got some goals to do a little bit more fitness this year. I'd like to go for a few more walks. So when the kids go to daycare on a Wednesday and a Friday, as soon as I drop them off, I'm gonna go for a walk. On Wednesdays, I then get the groceries, and then one day over the weekend, I'd like to have some me time where I can just have my own thoughts, my own time, and think of things. I would like to get another walk in on the weekend. So we actually sat down about this about a week ago and decided what we're gonna do moving forward, just to change our structure a little bit. I find if you have the same routine for too long, it becomes too much. I find it becomes very mundane. So we have made those changes, but I thought I would share with you a couple of tips after the kids have had their morning tea and I've had my cup of tea. I always start my day with a coffee, and then I love to have a cup of tea after the kids are up ready. We've been for a walk this morning. They're sitting down having some morning tea, having some quiet time. They'll kick off round 2, which is probably some colouring or some painting, and I am going to get my board up and running because it currently still says December. So I'm going to get January all organised and structured. I'm going to share some tips on how I use my board, and I'm also going to go through and share with you what I do in regards to like a annual planner. This one here is actually from Kiki K, but it's an annual planner, but it's more than an annual planner for the fact that it doesn't have a date in it. So I purchased this, I think 18 months ago, and I have still got probably 6 months worth of calendar space. So these here are just blank months, and I can just fill them in as I need. So I'm going to go through and share some tips on how I get this written up, and then I'm also going to share some tips, I don't know what the book is, in regards to having some daily checklists to do. Now I do have detailed videos I've made on this before, but I think this one will sort of show you like a real life, how I sort of pull it together and make my life work around the tips. So
cut me close to the heart, but we can master the art. And the thing is that these scars are scary, but they are just some old scars. We should never be afraid of them. You and I know when we are too far apart, everything just falls apart. So I just close my eyes and dream about our kids and how they're running around. Won't you come and lay down next to me? Close your eyes and we'll be free. I'll keep my head high while we're crossing the land. With all the minds we laid down, it's gonna take us some time, but I won't give up, though I know it's tough. We need to break our patterns. It's better now than after we have drifted.
okay, so I'm just filling up my board. I've cleaned it. I've got the gist of everything up here. I'm just going to run you through a few things that I do to try and maximize the board and maximize my savings at the same time. I'm just watching my kids jumping on the trampoline. And today they've been pretending to cry to get my attention, and then they laugh at me. And they're out there now. Toddlers. Anyway, okay, so with the board, I'm going to bring the camera right up here for you. So this is the Edison size board. This is our larger one. We do have a smaller version one, and we did get these clips back into stock. They're great for stationery, like to hold your paper, and you can clip in your pens if you want to. This was something I was working on. I really didn't like it, don't like it, so just exclude that. It's stuck to my board now. I could probably really peel it off if I wanted to. But this is the board here, the Edison size board. These stickers are all stuck on from the back and they're removable and reusable. So you could have the board vertically or horizontally and you lay the board out how you want it to be. If you don't want certain things on there, the stickers just peel off and you can remove the stickers that you don't want on the board, if that makes sense. The boards do come with the wall mounts. Where we are, we're currently renting. I don't know if you can see, but I just used the 3M stickers to hang these up. These boards are very heavy and very sturdy. Where we used to live, we owned, and I actually had it mounted into the wall. I left it behind for the lovely new owners, so you're welcome. I have my board set up. I've got this in the middle here. This is my sort of weekly planner down the bottom, so I can see basically whatever's up here for the week, I then convert down to here. Dinners for the week over here. So what I like to do, a lot of people like to give themselves takeaway once a week. I don't, because then I look at that takeaway. I literally look at that takeaway and I think, oh my God, I want takeaway tonight because I can't be bothered cooking. And I know it's there and then I know it's money that I'm going to spend. So what I do instead is the board was designed this way. Mind the light. I'm trying to keep this light So what I've done instead with the board, and I have designed it this way, is you'll actually see in the dinner section, I've actually got like 8 sections going down here. I will always have one as leftovers because we hate food waste, and there's always leftovers in the house. So one night we'll always eat something different for dinner as leftovers. But I've got 8. So 1, if I can't be bothered cooking something on here, I've got a backup. 2, I'm always ahead. So it can get to the end of the week and I can think, oh, okay, my next one's going to be barbecue and salad for dinner the next night. I don't have to think about it. I can get my groceries prepped for the next week. What you can do with this board as well, and this is what I do, I don't have this from Monday to Friday or Monday to Sunday. I list it, and depending on my mood, if my kids are in a really bad mood and I don't want to cook, I'll pick one. Curry and rice is pre-made in my freezer. All I have to do is reheat. Done. I might be in the mood one night, I might feel like making homemade pizzas, I can tick that off, done. So I've done it in a way where you could go Monday's dinner and write underneath it, or you can just write the whole thing down. And as a mum, I know a lot of you will understand where I'm coming from. When you're just not in the mood, but it's written down that that's Monday's dinner, you're kind of more reluctant to want to cook it. Now, let me just move you across. I've got you on a really weird angle, but you're just going to have to work with me, because if I turn you any other way, you get all this light glaring on the board. But over here is my grocery list. Now with my grocery list, I mention this a lot of times on my Instagram page, I don't write groceries I need for the week. I wrote groceries that I'm getting low in stock. Sorry guys, my kids have just come inside to have a quiet time before little miss has her nap of the day. I was saying that every week I know I get milk, I know I get fruit and veg, and I kind of shop the cheaper per kilo fruit and veg for that week. What I like to do with my grocery list on my board is write down when I'm getting low in stock. So if I'm getting low on honey, I'll write it on my board. When it goes on sale, I'll try and make that a priority to purchase. It's a really great way to kind of never run out of things. It's a great way to make sure that you're looking at the things that are on the board that are going to be on sale. So you're not getting to the point where you go, I need honey and it's full price. And if I bought it 2 weeks ago, it was on sale, but I didn't know I needed it then. And it becomes this vicious cycle. I don't have like a grocery list for the week. I have a running grocery list of things that are getting low in stock. Or I might want to make a recipe and I find all the ingredients and I write it up on the board. And if they go on sale, I think, oh, that's part of the recipe. So what I also use, so this is the note section here. I actually had this as notes for like the family at one point, and because my kids are so young, we just weren't really using it for things. So I use the note section for recipes that I want to try and test. And if they work, I then add them to like my little cooking regime cookbook, write them down. I love the details of them. So that's what I use the note section for. That is how I utilize the grocery section over here. The to-do one, look, I was using that for personally for my, you know, upload a video, take the kids out, but I just find I wasn't maximizing that a lot. I've got some ideas on how I want to use it to do one, but to be honest, I could literally just peel that off and not use it right now. What I do, and I kind of did design the boards this way, is you do have empty space on the board, more so if you don't have some of these stickers. So in this section over here, what I do is I actually write February, and then I start to add in. So every month I catch up with girlfriends and we'll pick a date in February, and I'll actually write it in here. So when the next month comes up, I just transfer the play dates, going out, dinner, movie nights, all that sort of stuff from here, and then I plot it into the next month once it's up here. So you could also use these, I guess, to do that. I don't know why, I just use the blank space. But that's pretty much how I utilize the board. So I have set up most of the board now. I do need to go through and finish off like my grocery list. I literally wipe this whole thing clean just to show you like the before and then filling it in. So I am going to get back through with the stuff I wrote down on a piece of paper and put back up here stuff that is getting low in the pantry. And then I'm going to move on and show you the next thing I use around planning to be organized for my family and myself.
I'll keep my head high while we're crossing the land. With all the miles we laid down, it's gonna take us some time, but
Okay guys, it is a lot later in the day. The kids are actually upstairs having their bath time, and I've got lights on. It's actually getting quite late in the evening, but I did want to share with you, I mentioned in the beginning of the video, my sort of diary planner, I guess you want to say. I got this from, don't mind the drawing on the back of my lovely daughter, from Kiki K, but it's not like an annual calendar. So when you open it up, it's got like, you know, your usual tabs down the side here. So it's got calendar, meetings to do, projects, and then it's just got a bunch of blank ones where you can write your own things into it. The reason I really like this is, look, I'm not a big sticker person. So this comes with like a bunch of stickers that you can put on there. I don't know if this is actually going to come out very clear for you guys. I don't have a lot of room. That might be a bit better so you can see. But look, the reason I like this one here, it just comes with so many sheets and sheets and sheets of the month. Excuse me. So if I just go back a couple, this is how my January is looking so far. I use this one mainly for my business side of things and like YouTube videos that I've got planning to come out and a few other things. But I've had this diary for that long. It's just full. I think I can get 2 years worth out of it. For me, I've just cleaned this all out. So this all had last year's stuff in it. But this one here is meetings. So I've got like a catch up with some of my suppliers and that sort of thing. I'll jot down some notes, costings, ideas, receipts and that sort of thing. I'll sort of stick it in here, and then my to-do list. So this is where I utilize it, either in here or I will write in this notebook. They do the same thing. I find this notebook here, I find this book is great to do like brain dumps in it, but then sometimes I'll do this. I'll have like my day of the week and then I'll list down the things I want to get done. But I do use this here, and I'll have like Monday and my list of things. Once I've done it or achieved those, I'll actually then fold this over so it's done, and then I've got a clear view of the next day. I love making lists for myself. So I think you would have seen in this diary here, I'm just not very good at keeping it in one spot at the moment. So I love creating lists of things to get done. I've tried doing like a home one, a kid one, an adult one, a work one. It doesn't work. I just list down the things I need to get done. So on Wednesday, I've got groceries. I want to go for a walk. I've got kids off at daycare. I need to get my instructional cards sorted. Don't worry, I need to get my video uploaded, and I need to do a review of the website. So these are things I want to get done for Wednesday. I will then go through and tick them as I've done them. If I don't achieve one, I'll then go through and write it in for Thursday and then prioritize my Thursday. I'm pretty good with time management, and if I've got a deadline and I want to get something done and I'm committed, I will usually make it happen. I probably need to get a bit better at probably putting in time to do things like washing, because that's definitely become not as important in the past few weeks. And now it is important because no one's got clothes. So yeah, I love having a book where I can scribble, get ideas down. You can even see in here, when I'm done, I like fold those pages down. So I've achieved it, and it's like a little achievement that I've done, and it sort of gives me like a win for the day. But I absolutely love taking this everywhere I go. It's from Kiki K. I got it about 18 months, 2 years ago, and it was this colour. They bring it out in different colours every year. I'm pretty sure it's leather, a leather one. I had it embossed with like her ordinary mum, so it could be like a really nice gift for someone. But I like this because when I run out, you can just buy these refills from Kiki and you're not buying it by the end of the year. So I didn't use this a lot last year because COVID, but I can just continue where I was because there is no date on them. I can put the dates in when I want, when it suits, so I find that really handy. This kind of comes with me everywhere. I can put my pen into it. If I wanted to be like super minimalistic, I could probably put in some like cards and that down here and not even have a purse, but I'm just a bit funny. I like to have a purse. One of my girlfriends has got one of those, the Apple Pay on her phone, and she doesn't need to take her purse with her. I need to have it. I know you don't need it now in these days, and I probably don't need to have something in my bag that I don't need because I've got drink bottles, snacks, sunscreen, all that sort of stuff. Purses, if I can remove, it's probably a good thing. But anyway, so yeah, I find this really handy. And for someone who's got like a creative mind who has to write things or draw things down, just having a notebook, I love having it. This has been going on for quite some time. I just write ideas into it. I'll actually show you. So when I done that recession project YouTube series last year, this was my brain dump. When I first got started, I had this idea and I just wrote stuff down and wrote stuff down and wrote stuff down. And I did share with my Instagram followers the other night. I had this idea I was kind of tinkering with in my head, thinking of things. Someone would say something and I'd be like, oh, I could do this. And then I just had to write it down. And this book literally comes with me everywhere. It's a little bit dirty, but then I get the idea and I just grab it and write it. So that is pretty much how we are getting back on to an organized schedule with husband back at work. He is doing morning shifts, so my morning routine has changed. I'm going to film that. Our evening routine has changed. I am going to film that. This is just to show you how we're trying to get more organized and put that structure back in, because seriously, that board, I don't think I had touched that board for 3 weeks. We had my son's birthday, my husband's birthday, Christmas. My son had 4 birthday parties to go to, all between mid-November and the end of the year. And we had the end of the year with 2 weeks off, and we've been going out and doing things. And that board, when I looked at it, was about 3 weeks ago. Groceries kind of went out the window. I am going to go through and do a stock take of what's in my freezer and my other freezer to try and condense it down. I do need to do a little bit of cooking, so I do have a lot coming and a lot planned, which is where I'm going to do a bit more of a brain dump on here on things that I want to achieve. Probably for January, get some cooking done, clean the freezer out, get organized. Not like a spring clean, but just get some of the clutter out the house. All right, sorry guys. Kids just had a scream in the bath and required me. I hope you enjoyed this video and we will talk soon. Bye.